even thrown.
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team.
And now,
the Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Just about ready to roll. On the hill here today, Michael King. Singing, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Got the bat going too soon, and strike two.
0-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, right field. Tatis really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One away.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Harris measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Over to first. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. And now the opening day lineup for the Braves. Chris, this is a franchise and a fan base that expects success.
No doubt about that, Boog. I mean, they've gone to the postseason 7 straight years, and last year was the first time they didn't win the NL East since 2017. I wouldn't be surprised if they reclaim their spot atop the East and make a deep postseason run this year.
Marcell Ozuna now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And that is out of play. 2 out, space is empty. Hard hit right side. In plenty of time to first. Ozuna is out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. And the Braves go down quietly. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Petco Park. And starting this one, Chris Sale.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Bottom of the first. Digging in, Jackson Merrill.
The center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Here's Bogarts now. Fly ball down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
No ball. I think he was a little excited there. Saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front.
0-1.
Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Look out!
He's hit.
And it hit him.
Well, a few things can go wrong when you are delivering a pitch. That grip, slip out of your hand, release point, wind up, all of those things. And I think it's safe to say at least one of those, if not more than one, got away from him.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 left for San Diego, scoreless after 1. New inning getting started, and the batter now, Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
King back to work. Ripped to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
The batter now, Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 7, Jurickson.
Here's Profar now.
Profar.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. On the ground. Fair ball. Around second is Riley. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Sean Murphy. And that one fouled off. Right side, hard hit. They get the force. Third out, and that ends the frame. 2 left on. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. This place hosted postseason baseball last year, Siggy. And Padre fans hope they'll experience more of the same this year.
Great energy in this ballpark, and a successful Padres team is really good for baseball. They're giving the Dodgers everything they can handle in the NL West. Plus, Petco Park has turned into one of the best postseason experiences in the league.
A lot of good from the Padres a year ago, but the story for them was coming up short in the postseason against the Dodgers. San Diego was 1 win away from hosting the NLCS, but their offense went ice cold at the worst possible time, and it cost them their season.
Well, the fans might not agree, but that was a great series. Every game had a memorable moment, and it delivered amazing television. Sign me up for another postseason that features the Padres and Dodgers going at it.
And next is the designated hitter, Eggy Rosario. Swings through that one for strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Sale, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. And takes low for ball 1. Our plate umpire, Freddie Ferguson.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One out, bases empty. Slider misses outside. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Comes up empty.
He just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. That's a hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano. Swinging a foul straight back. That one missed.
1-1.
Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And that one almost hit him.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
And that's downstairs. 3-2 now.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 outs. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1.
0-1.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Got him! And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Well, here we go, top of the third, scoreless game. Here's Orlando Arcia. First pitch misses.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
And now 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Hard hit left side. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Back to the top of the lineup, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
That just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Hot shot to third. Machado throws to first in time. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Grounded out to short in his first trip. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
0-1.
Top of the third, no score. Into the outfield, base hit. And that extends the inning. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So runner at second, 2 down. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Grounded out his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That one pulled foul.
You know, these Padres, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Bogart swings through that one. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there.
First baseman number 4.
But that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Two down, nobody on. Close, but called a ball. And 1-1.
1-1.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Start of the fourth, and here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. On to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here is Austin Riley. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Throws to first, and a couple of quick outs.
The batter, the left fielder, Profar.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder, Jurickson Profar. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Profar, 32 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. So Ozzie Albies now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Wastes no time there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Outside. Now 2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2-1.
That's in there. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here on opening day. Got him. That plays his 3rd of the game. Braves strand 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Jr.
Late swing fouled. Off. High fly ball out to center field. Albies has this one sized up. Squeezes it. Then there's one down.
The third baseman, number 13.
Here's Manny Machado. Struck out swinging his first time.
Machado.
And Manny gets a piece.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
No balls, 2 strikes.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That missed by
1 ball,
a lot.
2 strikes.
Ball 1.
No, that's out.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
One down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Rosario now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. King back to work. That's outside, and it's 1-0.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Started after the 1-2 pitch. Appeal to first. Nope, he held back. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper. Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. Grounded out his first time. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. This ball's chopped on the ground. Fires over to first. And the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th.
The right fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Braves go down quickly here. Still no score. Back here in San Diego, here's the left fielder, Connor Joe. That one not close. Ball 1.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
The 1-1. Just missed.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Fastball for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one missing inside.
Full count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. One away.
Now batting, catcher,
Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Profar hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake.
Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And that one is downstairs. 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-2.
Chases in the dirt, slider there. Murphy fires to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Harris II. And that drops in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. Check swing, called strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And that one's gone. So he blasts one out the other way. It's 1-0.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept his shoulders square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Austin.
Here's Austin Riley.
Alaji.